Hey, this is your investment update for March of 2018. Really bumpy month, so we're just going to run through it really quick. So the month started out pretty well, first couple weeks of March, and then in the back half of the month, things kind of came apart. The S&P ended up down 2.5% for the month, putting it negative for the year. China was down 3%. International stocks were down about 2%. So just an overall really underwhelming and poor month for equities. The good news is that bonds did pretty well. International bonds were up 1%, and domestic bonds turned positive at the end of the month. So from a risk management perspective, that part of the portfolio did help stabilize things. A lot of what we've been talking about the last couple months is what's causing the market to go down. The Fed raised rates again in March. The market's seemingly not liking that. Every time they raise rates, it gets real volatile. And then the new twist is the tariffs that Trump is proposing, and now there's some real worry about an actual trade war. China's kind of fired back, and that market hates uncertainty, which we've talked about in the past. So you're starting to see maybe some uncertainty about, kind of a global slowdown caused by tariffs coming into effect. So that'll play out over the next couple of months, and we expect that to kind of further volatility. On top of that, we've talked a lot about the FANG stocks and how they'd become very important for the market and were leadership. And if something were to happen there, that could help drive the market lower. And that's what led the market lower in March. The FANG stocks as a group were down just shy of 7%. Everybody's probably seen stuff about Facebook on the news. That certainly didn't help matters. And once they started kind of growing downhill, they've kind of gotten some momentum now. And we're seeing several days where, a handful of those companies can be down as much as 5% in a day. And when they're that important part of the index, that can really kind of snowball a little bit. So we kind of had a confluence of all these events in March. That's why we have risk management, because you never know when things like this are going to happen. And we'll just continue to monitor things. Check our newsletter this month for a lot more detail about what's going on in the market, in the world, and about what's going on with the portfolios.